as they go, or do they pre-roll them? Are they ready to go?
I can only assume. It's a mixture of all things. I don't know. Maybe it was just in the air that night.
Why is this always feels like an educational video.
That was kind of the idea.
That we're doing.
Hey,
We're doing an educational video.
We educate people on the show. It's
know.
entertainment.
Good job, Omar.
Hey, good job, Omar. Good job, video, for introducing this wonderful podcast. Welcome to a very round bowl of dude soup. I'm your host, Lawrence, and I yet again did not ask this man how he'd like to be introduced, so I'll just leave that till the end. We'll figure it out. Hold on. You haven't been introduced yet.
I'm holding.
No one's going to know who you are.
Don't talk until you're introduced.
That's fair.
No.
But I have other, more introducible guests on this podcast
Right,
today.
yes.
There is I meant to look up all the ranks of Scientology and assign them.
I want to be
Grand Cruz?
Grand Prince or Grand Prince Xenu or I don't know, whatever.
Grand Xeno Acolyte,
I don't know.
Bruce Green. You haven't been introduced yet.
Okay, all right.
God, this is already going off the rails.
Please.
We're sitting in couches. This is exciting.
We were sitting in armchairs.
I'm also in the
Go
dark.
on.
Yeah, you're right.
I've noticed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oop.
Big time.
Closer to
So
the
you
white
can't
table
expect
will
everything to
reflect
be
off
good
it.
on the first try.
Well, I was sitting. We lit that part.
Okay.
Weird. I don't know what happened
in the
there.
dark.
It's really okay. I don't care, but I'll be in the dark.
That's Bruce and everybody.
Yeah.
We also got the Cardinal of Electrolytes.
I was gonna say Thetan Blaster.
Oh,
There you go,
Thetan
Thetan
Blaster.
Blaster. That's
yeah,
cool.
but I was not allowed to speak yet.
You're still not technically allowed, but
At least once.
at least well.
Oh, she beat you to it.
Like that. Thetan Blaster.
She beat you to it.
And our next guest.
Well, Lawrence isn't a guest. He's the host.
I know. I was just.
No,
I was giving.
She was
him,
allowing me.
I was.
Oh,
I'll
I
allow
see.
it if you'll introduce.
Lynn. His name is Lynn.
Hi.
What's your most notable accomplishment? What would you like people to know you as?
That's a good question.
Oh, God, I did eat almost that entire burrito at Paco's Tacos earlier.
Super Mex burrito.
Super Mex
They
burrito.
don't call it Super Mex for no reason.
Yeah, it was impressive.
But he didn't eat the whole thing.
I didn't. I came
Bones can eat the whole thing. I've seen him do it.
Ooh.
If you don't know Lynn, you may have seen him on Always Open and On the Spot, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, no, nobody saw me.
I did order a lot of ketchup that one night. That was weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and with the JW Hotel. Yeah. We were drunk in the suite after RTX. And we were trying to see how much ketchup we could fit in Lawrence's pockets. Bottles of ketchup, not just like loose ketchup.
Well, but it's like mini bottles of
Oh, you mad lads, calm down.
Well, we kept,
Hold on.
we kept calling in-room dining, and there was
I'm
just...
so sorry. I just need a few more bottles of ketchup.
Yeah.
So you guys remember that one RTX where we were like up in the suite after, and then somebody ordered a shit ton of chicken wings?
was the same
and
night.
Billed them to the room, and it. Well, I think we have an idea of who did it.
Oh, I know who did it.
Oh, you know,
I found out who
okay,
did
okay.
it. I can't say it.
Can't say,
but I
but-
know who did it.
It was
Well, guess what? It doesn't matter because this podcast is sponsored. So those chicken wings are more than paid
They're
for.
paid for.
We got 3 sponsors, which means you're looking at a 90 at least minute podcast. This time we got Hims, Stitch Fix, and eHarmony. You can get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today, right now while supplies last at 4hims.com/dude. For Stitch Fix, you can keep all 5 items. If you keep all 5 items in your Stitch Fix box, you get 25% off your entire purchase at stitchfix.com/dudesoup. And you get a free month of eHarmony when you sign up for a 3-month subscription using our code SOUP at checkout on eHarmony. So thank you, sponsors. Get into those later. And before people start losing their minds, the Hims ad will have a healthy preface to make sure that everybody uses the service, or everybody is both educated on how the service works and uses it responsibly, because of course, we are first and foremost invested in our viewers' health. We're also going to smoke a lot of weed and play video games this Friday. That's cool.
I mean, that's us, though.
Yeah.
That's our body.
Not sponsored.
That is not the viewer.
I mean,
nor should the viewer even try. I think that only we should do that because we're doing it for their entertainment.
And because
true.
you can't smoke as much as us.
Damn, that's a challenge. No, it's not a challenge. Don't
No,
do
it
it.
is.
Don't do it.
Well, it's hold on a minute. It's interesting the way that people react, or the bravado that's involved
Sure.
with consuming substances.
Oh, sure, yeah,
This dude's
it's
like,
dumb.
yeah, I can drink a
So
lot, my dick's
dumb.
huge.
Yeah,
There are people who are like, I can smoke 30 weed cigarettes.
sure.
Not fall asleep
feel
on
anything.
train tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, of course there are people that say that. There are people that say all sorts of crazy dumb shit.
But do people take pride in the amount of weed they can consume? Really?
Hell yeah. I was a stoner for 3 months, and I watched people like, they're like, watch how much I can hit off this bong. And then they would just like kill themselves, and I was like, cool, neat.
You did it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the culture around drugs is really fascinating because, I mean, people like chant when somebody's chugging off a beer bong. do people do that when somebody's hitting like a 6-foot bong, or they like need the lung capacity of an
You're doing that
elephant?
with like
Weird.
one other friend,
Right?
Yeah.
And that
It's
dude's
not
like,
there's nobody's chanting.
dude's on the couch like,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely it's an age-related thing too, because I think at our point in our lives, it's almost medicinal, like, in a sad way, because it's like you're using it to sleep or just to relax, or you're not really like.
I'm using it to get tore up.
Okay. But you know, when I was 14, it was like, I need to like get high.
Yeah.
I need to like.
And now Adam's like, I can't sleep.
And you're probably smoking oregano from the like senior that sold it to you.
But poor Adam
Anyway.
Kovic, he can't sleep or can't see. Like an old man.
He's got
He needs more
glaucoma,
weed.
so he's smoking.
He needs more weed.
he needs his Afghan, his tea, his vape pen.
I have noticed,
Old woman.
like,
Just puffing.
I have seen in our subreddit and stuff, some people saying that they're not going to watch the stream.
They have, yeah.
They
That's
don't.
Totally fine.
That's totally fine, yeah.
It's totally fine. It's
America. You cannot watch anything you
America?
don't want to.
Well, the thing that, I mean, you know, I think pot is still not as accepted as alcohol. I mean,
Sure,
alcohol's
yeah.
been around since the 30s and before that, obviously, with you know, prohibition and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of get it. Like alcohol's fun. If you're
is,
underage,
yeah.
don't drink, don't binge drink. That's terrible for your health. But holy shit, no one will ever get high and like dive bomb off a table into another table trying to break it.
I
unintentionally.
don't know about that one. Though. I see some people.
Mostly they get
losing
some
shit.
deep thoughts about Star Trek, but which, by the way, I have some deep thoughts about Star Trek. if
I mean,
like
you
to
do
hear
that
them.
when you're drunk, though, Lawrence.
Yeah, well, pretty much all the time. It's
True.
usually, when
And
I'm
when you're
sober,
sober.
I have the good sense to keep it all inside. But then my crippling need to connect with other human beings overcomes my terrible social anxiety. And then I just become all thoughts.
Welcome to the podcast, Lynn.
Yeah, hey,
I'm
welcome.
having a great time. I'm basically just enjoying the podcast. That's what. It's
You're one of about...
like a live audience of one.
Yeah, we invited a
great.
fan.
Yeah.
What disease do you have?
Something that weed can't cure, apparently. Whatever that is.
Lynn does watch our videos, which blows my mind.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever actually watched like the Dude Soup though, so that's fun. I only saw like the one live one at RTX and stuff like that. I really just
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really have time to listen to you guys. For,
These
like,
podcasts are long.
long,
They're
man.
very long. Yeah.
I don't fault anyone for not listening to this. And I make it.
Usually people put it on the background and they'll
Yeah.
do something else.
Yeah.
So if you put it on and go work or whatever.
Yeah.
Grinding out World of Warcraft. I guess now it's trying to get that victory royale.
Oh yeah.
We're pulling for you.
Yeah.
But not everybody can be number one.
Not everybody. Only one or maybe 2 or 4. But
That's deep. That's real deep. All right. I guess I have no segue for this. This is just I'm gonna try out some different style of content. Got a new table, new year. It's April.
where'd you get this table from?
Stole this from the lobby.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Who said
Swapped it
that?
out.
It's so dark over there.
I know. Where are you?
We need to get you like something to make you echoey. Can we drop the echo cage on Bruce, please?
I mean, you just do it in post if you really want to.
Yeah, but where's that echo cage? There it is. Yeah,
Wait,
there's
what's
the
that?
there's the
Somebody's
pulleys.
pounding on something
I think
back
Omar was
there.
tapping on the mic. We got Omar back on the God mic. Hey Omar, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Look at that. We got a whole crew. All right. Okay, guys. I got some juicy celebrity gossip for you. This is the pivot I was referring to. This is now Celebrity Gossip Podcast. See? There you go. I love you.
I like that it just goes away. So hopefully
click
nobody
on that button.
remembers it.
Celebrity gossip, you guys. John Travolta, Tom Cruise. Years worth of hatred and enmity.
You notice when you yell at them and point, they both shake their heads?
Because I'm like, no, it's him. And then he's like, no, there.
This is the thing I do now. I point. I lean
Great.
into it because I can
I don't
now.
like that you do this
I
either.
have a little spread
It's gross.
and start swirling.
So what, are they coming out as straight? Or
No,
what are,
I got a
are they
hot
up
source.
to?
Somebody deep in the bowels of Scientology. Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Brendan Tigg, a 30-year security guard for the Church of Scientology, now retired. So the chains are off.
Well, I was reading that he left Scientology. Like he
Oh, he was a Scientologist.
Well, I did read that he was a
Yeah, I did.
Scientologist and he left when he was 37. He said that's enough.
My whole life.
He was born into it.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Holy shit.
his parents were Scientologists. And
Yeah.
I try to be knowledgeable
Yeah,
about this
she
for
did
the
some
show.
research on the topic.
It's helpful. I mean, I resent any amount of upstaging that's occurring, but
I understand. I understand. I'm not trying to upstage you. I was
my
trying to upstage
point.
you.
Anyway, we're just putting off the gossip. This is important. This is what the show's about
Gotcha.
now.
Celebrity gossip. It's never about that, by the way. It's
People
usually
love
about video games.
People
Depends.
love. You can do both. All right. Cruz, 55, was reportedly awarded the Freedom Medal of Valor in 2008, which is recognized as the highest award in Scientology given to its most dedicated member.
It's a big award.
Yeah, big stuff.
Literally is a
we all remember that.
big award.
I'm sure it's very big.
Yeah.
Actually, physically big.
Yeah.
Oh, this is from news.com.au. Always source, journalism first. On their show.
Australia?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them. I also didn't want to source Fox News, so there you go. Let's see here. The recognition allegedly made Travolta, 64, quote, explode in jealousy, end quote. Teague existed that Travolta felt he was the favorite son of Miss Scavenge, the current Supreme Grand Hubbard.
President
I guess they call it.
Scientologist. Yeah.
Quote, it's no secret that Cruz and Travolta despised each other, he claimed. Travolta wasn't invited to Cruz's wedding with Katie Holmes, which told me everything. I can assure you Travolta doesn't recognize Cruz as a superior in any way. When Cruz got that medal, Travolta was so pissed off. It goes on. Quote, the closest person Miscavige had ever said that about before was Travolta. He was told by Miscavige that he was the most dedicated Scientologist and introduced more members than anyone. So it was like getting his title stripped. He was jealous.
Wow.
It's like who was best for Santa this year, basically, is what it is. The best Scientologist.
You're just kneeling at the table and hoping those scraps roll right in your mouth.
Yeah.
My understanding was that John Travolta had never even come as close as how high Tom Cruise has risen in the ranks
That's
of
what I thought.
Scientology.
Yeah.
Because another source I was reading was saying that it is probably about $500,000 worth of money and investment put into Scientology to rise as high as Tom Cruise has.
That's actually not that much. I thought it'd be way more. I thought it'd be like millions of dollars.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I guess $500,000 seems a lot to me.
I mean, like
Tom Cruise, yeah.
think about it. Tom Cruise is
the money
making 50,
he's got.
60, 70 million a year.
Yeah.
So he's only donated, a very small percentage point of his pay.
So I wonder what it is because they're both creepy, right?
I
But Tom
bet-
Cruise is bankable, I suppose.
I bet John Travolta was mad because John Travolta made a movie about Scientology
you're right.
called Battlefield Earth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
And
on.
everybody saw it, including me, in the theaters.
Little
I
indie.
did. I saw it in the theaters.
That was like the most expensive movie
One of the most expensive ever.
of all
yeah.
time when it was
Really?
made,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was
Correct.
stupid budget. And I think it made back maybe like,
Where did
I don't
it
know,
go?
$20, $30.
Yeah, no,
Where did all the money
Lynn saw
go?
it.
Yeah,
It definitely didn't look
all
like
that
it
cool
cost.
makeup he wore? He was the bad guy.
And there's dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, platform shoes.
I mean, you're right, Bruce. Yeah, this is the utter commitment.
This is way more commitment
To it.
than Tom Cruise has ever done for Scientology.
Because Tom Cruise is also kind of like a behind the curtain Scientologist to an extent. Like he'll go and he'll rant at Matt Lauer
Right.
about it,
Right. But people know that he's like, oh, he's the cool dude that's, like, he's like your cool pastor dude that you knew in like church or whatever if you went to church. But then there's that other crazy dude who's like obsessive about religion, and that's John Travolta. Tom Cruise is the cool youth pastor.
But the cool youth pastor always becomes the crazy old man, right?
Not always, but
guess.
for the most part.
Seems like there's not a whole lot of other paths to go. I guess you can be the utterly wizened old man who like says 3 things in the entire year, but it's exactly what needed to be said at exactly that moment.
See, like that's what at the church I went to, my parents when I was young, we had like Father Steve, who was like the cool young
He's a
guy.
cool dude, right?
Yeah, and
Did he-
then
did he wear
old
sunglasses
Polish
indoors?
priest who didn't talk a lot.
That's John
Yeah.
Travolta.
That's John Travolta.
Well, because John Travolta's almost 10 years older than him. So
Yeah.
think of it that way.
We're all going to get replaced at some point.
Tom Cruise megastar as well. Like John
Way
Travolta,
bigger star.
what's he even making now?
Let's look.
I mean, is there a Wild Hogs 2?
I think there already was a Wild Hogs too.
Really?
Was there one? I didn't realize this.
No.
What is it that they are contributing to the religion is what I don't understand. Like just marketing? Just being a face?
But
just being
money,
getting
too.
it out there?
Money.
Yeah, he
Just
was an
money?
American
Actual-
Crime Story.
Actual money.
How could we all forget that? He's in Gotti. He's gonna
Oh
play
yeah, he was
Gotti.
in OJ. OJ.
Oh yeah, OJ. Yeah,
OJ is
that's true.
he's
He was great
amazing in
that.
OJ.
Yeah, I think it's like it's also recruiting and it's also manipulating other celebrities to get involved in Scientology. I'm sure like if you can recruit, if Tom Cruise can bring in Will Smith.
So,
Yeah.
I could probably convince Will Smith to do a lot of stuff. So
Just
that's
pretty
not
much
really all that.
isn't it kind of unfair that Tom Cruise has been really good at everything he's ever tried to do?
Did you see The Mummy?
I mean,
Also,
yeah, in context.
he's not good at fucking chicks. Let me tell you that.
we don't know that.
I think we do know that.
The blank expression on Katie Holmes' face throughout their entire relationship.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
very placid the whole time. Not a whole lot of thigh quivering going on there.
He is good at interviewing women to be his girlfriends.
Oh yeah. Well,
So-
that's what they do. It's like they set it up as like they take care of everything in your life, sort of like a Japanese company, where like they'll bring in like somebody for you to marry and where you're gonna live and how it's gonna be and stuff like that. In which case, that sounds kind of nice actually.
I wish
It's not
Funhaus
that
did that.
bad. But you already got half that. You have
I
to-
guess partially. Then.
you have
But
to-
yeah, like if Funhaus was like we had housing.
I've arranged your husband for you, and it's Lynn.
Lawrence arranged the divorce.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then we'll be drinking buddies.
Yay!
Yeah, that'll be fun. I can tell you all about Star Trek.
Nice.
Aren't you looking forward to that?
Yeah, kind
Can
of.
you look up Wild Hogs 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
That
actually
was
very
a thing.
curious to see if Wild Hogs 2
Or if
is
Lynn
a
was
movie.
just
was a
lying
thing.
to us.
It was a thing. I never
Was it
saw it, but
really?
it was a thing. Yeah. They also did Daddy's Home too. Just
I
completely.
knew that. I knew Daddy's Home too.
Solid movie.
I didn't know there would be a Wild Hogs 2.
Is there a Wild Hogs 2?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know that there is.
I don't think there's a Wild
I said-
Hogs 2.
I said it so confidently though.
Yeah, you did. But
Yeah.
I don't know that
With the
there is.
confidence of a man.
That's the key to everything, really. There's a Big Mama's House 2.
I knew that.
Hmm.
There is no Wild Hogs 2.
There's no White Chicks 2, is there?
Maybe.
No, there should be though.
There should
I mean, I'd say that maybe you're thinking of Space Cowboys too, but that also
happening?
did not have a sequel. So.
No, Space Cowboys 2. Well, they're all dead now. So
No, are they? Donald Sutherland's alive. Clint Eastwood's alive.
I'm kidding. It was a
Who
joke.
else? Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones
any-
is what's his name? Is James Garner, right? He was in that, wasn't he?
I think he was. He's dead, right?
He's absolutely dead.
Yeah.
He's dead for years.
All right, so the brilliant discussion of celebrity gossip, guys. I think we all deserve a round of applause for that. Very engaging content.
Well, we do this every week. We have for 160 weeks or whatever.
It's only getting better, Bruce. It's a whole new show.
Okay.
But here's the here's the kind of the spin-off question, the open-ended question. This is where the real comedy starts, audience. So the thing that I find interesting about this stuff is I love it when people battle for what essentially amounts to a meaningless title, in the sense that all religions are sort of constructed by or operated by mankind. It's always been cute to me when people feel jealousy over things that people also invent. So people invented ranks inside of their own structure, and then people are then fighting over those things that they invented themselves. So what are times in your life where you achieved some level of acclaim or success inside of a very closed and like penned in society? Be it like an anime club, just throwing that out there.
No, you're not.
Like a math and science club in school.
He's talking about the clubs he was in.
Like a poker club. Well, that's what I wrote down. Maybe a poker club. That's what other normal humans do after work. Have beers with the bros.
Oh, I got one.
Oh yeah.
This isn't really fame though. All right, I have two. I'll tell the one. And then
Okay.
if we need another one, I'll tell the other one. There was a Star Wars fan club in my high school. I wasn't the president of it because I wasn't cool enough.
No. Did you want to be though?
But I'm sure that I wanted to be.
Did you plot to overthrow the president?
I would never do anything like
Oh, okay, because that would be very Star Wars.
That's
if you
very
did.
Sith.
that. That's very Sith, and I
Yeah.
was Jedi.
Bruce,
100%.
Bruce is Jedi all the way.
No, we had a we had
We love Sith.
so Star Wars fan club.
Okay.
It was a big deal in 1997. That tells you how old I am.
Yeah, Edge of Phantom Menace, right?
Right, because no. Phantom Menace was in '99, but '97 was when they re-released Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi in the theaters. You're yawning already. That's fine. It's a Star Wars fan club story. I understand. I'll get to it
I was
fast.
thinking of my own age.
Where's my tea and vape pen?
So it had just started. I had just started this high school, so I was brand new to high school, and I was like, well, you know what? If there's one place I'll be accepted, it's the Star Wars fan club. I was right. Everybody's really cool there. And they had a contest where they're like, there was no prize, now that I realize it, but they had a contest where we're going to play any orchestral song from the John Williams soundtrack of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, or Jedi. And if you can tell us the exact scene that music is from, you win. Nothing, but you win.
What if it's used in multiple scenes?
Well, most of it wasn't. And I won handily. I destroyed everybody else. There was like 3 or 4 people. that
Even the
competed.
president?
I killed the president.
Oh, he lost face that day.
I could tell you any scene that music dropped immediately within 10 to 15 seconds or so. And the reason was, I was reading Star Wars books since I was 12. And that was, by the way, that was not when Star Wars was cool. This was like 92-ish when I was reading those Star Wars books and building Star Wars models for myself. and I would read the book and then put the disc. I like Elise won't meet me in the eyes. She won't look me in the eyes.
No, I love it. I was a big loser.
That's not a loser. Making his little bottles.
No, I love it. I love it.
I would
Delicately cutting out those little.
I would sit down on my bed with Star Wars sheets, and I would read the Star Wars books, novelizations that nobody cared about back then. And I had a Discman that I would put the. I bought like the collector's edition soundtrack of Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Put the discs in my Discman, pop the headphones on, and read the books.
Nice.
That's how I
living
do.
it.
That's how I
That's
do.
wonderful though, and I love that.
So wait, did you?
Like-
Oh,
That's how I won the contest in 1997, ultimately making the most popular guy in my high
Star
school
Wars
of 1,500 people.
That's awesome.
1,500 people. Oh my god.
So did anyone else? Were they just like shocked in a buzz at this new kid on the block who could just annihilate?
No.
Did they ostracize you?
No,
they were
They were
adults?
very nice.
Oh.
Actually, the president of our student body president was the president of Star Wars fan club.
Wow. You had an in, Bruce.
I did.
You impressed him with your Star Wars knowledge. You could have had him pass all sorts of ordinances for you.
He was the homecoming king as well. I didn't though. I didn't use my powers for evil.
See, that's what people get wrong about high school is like it's never understood that like smart kids can actually be like, you know, if there's a jock that's smart, you're not like, that guy's lame. You're like, oh, that guy's smart and he's a jock.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's got it all.
He's got it all. Yeah.
So like this guy was the Star Wars club president
Yep.
and he was homecoming king.
And he was the student body president. He did everything. His name was Steve Fainer. He's a great dude. I don't know what he's doing now, but great guy.
Drug addict, I bet.
I hope not.
I bet. Stick it to him, Bruce. Come on.
He's such a good dude.
Who cares?
He might have been a Mormon.
He had more than you did, and that he deserves to get taken down a peg.
Could you beat him now?
Beat him in what?
Like Star Wars competition.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in a Star
Yeah.
Wars competition.
I wonder.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of new lore and stuff now, though. Have you been keeping up with all the?
I've read
Yeah.
60 Star Wars books.
Wow.
I've read almost all the novels.
That was all old continuity.
I've read all the new shit.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up.
Oh, I thought you were
Nice.
out.
No.
Yeah.
I was never out.
What's a little lore nugget? What's tantalizing this week in Star Wars lore?
You're gonna have to come back to me on that one. There's a lot.
Excuse me, Star Lores.
There's a lot on that one. But go. I want to hear somebody else's nerd story.
This is a brief aside when it comes to Star Wars competitions. I was on a Carnival cruise because I am a queen. I'm a royal.
This
royal
was
person.
recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
Like
2
last
years ago.
year.
Yeah, that's what I.
Which
He doesn't have an excuse.
let me tell you, things I would do differently. One, they sell you a drink pass, but that drink only has 10 drinks on it.
He's told me about this, and he's right.
This is
Lawrence-
fucking
punch
bullshit,
card?
man. They
Lawrence is
get
right.
theirs no matter what. They're like, oh, you're like sick and drink, you should get a drink pass. And I'm like, free drinks all day? Yeah, bud, sign me up. And I'm at the piano bar at night, howling at the dude to play Smash Mouth. It's a jazz piano bar. He takes requests, and he did it. But
He did not take requests. You
I
were just
did.
yelling at him. There's no way that guy took requests.
he made eye contact with me as a universal.
That's a request. That's fair.
Which is why typically it's not a good idea to make eye contact with me. Anyway, I belligerently palm slap my card down on the bar, demanding more booze. They run it and they say, "Sorry, sir, you've hit your limit." I'm like, limit? Is this Nazi Germany? I didn't actually do that, but
Well,
I
was
thought
it international waters?
it probably was at that point. Wait. Actually, I'm not sure where I was.
Probably
It might not have been a boat.
He doesn't know where I was.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you kidding?
He's drunk
I
out.
have no idea.
You weren't
Wait,
even
it
on
might
the
not
boat.
have been a boat? Did you say you were on a cruise?
Who knows? There was rocking involved.
So are you saying you could only have 10 drinks per day?
Yeah, and then you got to buy another
That's not
pass.
enough.
I think that they were just cutting you off. They might have just been like, "Sir, this card it's not good."
That's how
anymore."
Maybe they saw
explained
you
it to me.
shouting at the pianist.
Maybe. But the thing is, I could have
And they
bought another
pretended
drink.
to
so they
run
weren't cutting
it
me
through
off.
like
He just swiped it
wait.
through his fingers. Sorry.
Nope.
Came back.
Declined.
So that's learning number one. I haven't even gotten to the anecdote yet. Learning number two, it is way more effort to try and fill up a fake sunscreen bottle with booze than to just buy
I was gonna
yourself.
ask if you did that.
I tried, and it worked, but fuck me, it wasn't worth it.
So, like leak and shit.
I heard Listerine bottle's the way to go.
Oh yeah.
And you like dye a little green, you know, and then you
That
just
makes
like
much more sense.
they think you have really minty fresh breath, but you're really an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Hey, it's roughly the same. It's alcohol.
Yeah, it's
it
fair.
kills germs either way.
You could just drink the Listerine then.
Actually, right.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway,
There you go. Yeah.
problem is the sunscreen bottles are not big enough to warrant the cost and the effort.
Makes sense.
So you're gonna buy a bottle of vodka anyway, and you can only put a chunk of it into the sunscreen bottle. And then what if it leaks? So you have to wrap that in a bag, and you gotta like put it on your stuff because you're being very
Yeah.
James Bond about it. which means alcoholic. So yeah, and then you get like 2 stiff drinks out of it. Not worth it. No, thank you.
That's fair.
Just pay for your booze. They get you, man. They get you coming and going.
Did you try to get Steph to like buy you drinks?
No, I can afford my own drink.
No, I meant like because you got cut off.
They didn't cut me off. The card just ran out.
Sounded like they cut you off.
No, I bought another drink after. After I grumbled at the table, then the guy started playing All Star on piano and I mellowed out a little
I want
bit.
to see that all play out.
Stephanie,
You-
like, she did that. She patted the back of my head, and I went, "Meep, meep, 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 meep." Did that a little bit. Went to the bathroom, threw up, came back, rallied back, bought another drink. Whoops, power saving kicked in. All right, now the anecdote is, at some point on this cruise, they had a Star Wars trivia, and Stephanie was like,
Oh.
we got to do this. I'm gonna
Stephanie
annihilate
loves
this."
Star Wars.
She does, and she's very good at it.
Yeah, she is.
But it was like a 10-question thing, and she's like, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna get that T-shirt. She was sold.
One T-shirt.
And we're ready to go, and then this dude walks up, and
no.
yeah, you know, it's like Color of Money when a guy walks into the bar with a briefcase and pops it open and starts assembling his cue. You're like, shit, I'm not gonna clean up tonight at all. This dude rolled up, and he was already wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That he won from the last contest.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
Chain. But yeah, this guy, due to his stature and demeanor, his air, I could tell that we were dealing with a real contender here. And yes, I think it was just down to one question. It was off. I think it was like, what's the first movie that has Imperial March in it? Which is it's Empire.
It's definitely Empire.
Yeah,
Why did everyone
wait.
think it was Jedi? It's not. It's not. No, New
A
Hope.
lot of people think it's New Hope.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, it's Empire.
Bruce knows. And then there was one other one that was just
talk to you
a
over here.
tiny bit tricky. Anyway, Steph thought she was going to be queen of Star Wars trivia on that boat. Turns out there's always
She wasn't?
No. Sorry. I was already drunk though, so I was of no emotional support to her at that moment. So yet again, she was left to console herself while I continued to scream at the jazz pianist.
Nice.
Sounds like a great cruise.
They had a champagne bar on that boat. Cool boat. The inside looked like bubbles.
I'm not yawning because of the story. It's because of lack of air circulation.
Oh, is that why you're falling asleep?
No.
All right, well, you guys got any?
Honestly, like I know I joke, like I think we all do when somebody talks about a nerdy pastime they have or something that they're passionate about that's a little geeky, we'll joke. But I truly love when people have really diverse or weird or quirky or nerdy interests, and I think that like if you're ever talking to somebody and they're really passionately unloading to you about something that they love and they're apologetic about it, it's kind of sad because that means that they've talked about things they're passionate about before to people that shit on them or don't care, and that's the reaction they have. But I also think it's really funny, like for me, like because I know there's stuff that I like that's super nerdy and lame, and so like I don't mind being made fun of for it, and I think it's funny. I mean, are we just talking about nerdy shit we've done now? or
Sure,
are we
whatever.
Well, he was trying to come up
What's
with
this-
like what made you popular in
Made
a
you
tiny
cool.
tiny
Yeah.
social circle.
Microcosm human dynamics.
Like when was there a time that Elise they like lifted you in the air
Never.
and chanted your name? Elise.
Never.
Elise,
I mean,
Elise.
I used to be really into Neopets, as you know, for a period of time, and I was quite the paintbrush collector, sacrificing my own pet's health at
Wait,
times.
what are paintbrush collectors? What's that?
Well, Neopets, you would have like really,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Explain it.
exclusive.
I know what. Yeah, I know what
paintbrushes, like-
Neopets are, but I don't know what that.
Paintbrushes were
paintbrush.
collectibles. Like you could get like a green dipped paintbrush.
How
or
did you get
rainbow
them?
Dip. Bought them, or you could find them in games and stuff, or you could get them as a prize. It was very difficult, but I was not even really that. I don't know if I've
very
ever
difficult.
really excelled at anything to the point where it's been a talking point.
Was there like a
or-
sport you played a lot, or like?
Yeah, I was going to ask, so you didn't get into the Neopets forums or anything? You didn't?
No, I was.
People didn't recognize you based on your username?
But you know, I felt like, you know what? I mean, when I was a kid and like I was like 6 years old and stuff, and there'd be, you know, things where your teachers are trying to encourage you to read. I always had the most books read in class.
There you go. That's a good one.
And yeah.
All right. Well, that was
No, I
it.
mean, yeah. I guess I was just pretty nerdy.
So
I like to build dioramas.
What was the coolest diorama you made?
One that was one.
I want to hear.
One I made
James.
once was of a medieval, like a medieval supper. So you'd have all the lords and ladies and general noblemen seated by rank.
Did you make
And
tiny
I was
food
8.
for the table?
I did. It was,
Seated by rank.
it was mostly like, so I had been really into like medieval, just kind of history at the time, or not even history, but customs, I suppose, more so than exact history given my age. Just kind of being specific tapestries for houses on the walls were important, and seating people, in relation to their tapestries.
I didn't know that.
Are you telling me
was
this
It was mostly
diorama
paper.
had accurate tapestries?
Well, I created unique house tapestries at the time.
But did you explain this to your teacher to make sure that the teacher
I
understood
did bring it
the
to
depth?
I did bring it to class to show my teacher. It was not a required piece of schoolwork.
No one asked you to do it,
and
you
no
just
one.
brought it.
I just did it,
Just
and
a
then I
passion
brought
project.
And
it.
everybody else was probably like, this fucking bitch is kissing up to the
I think
teacher.
everyone was like, this fucking loser, like making these dioramas. Why is she making these? And I think the teacher was probably like, why is she bringing this here? Like, I don't want this
Everybody
here.
was asking why except for you.
Why? But yeah. What about you, Lynn?
I wanted to hear the rest of that.
There's
Do you have
nothing.
pictures?
I
nothing
can tell
on
you
that.
tons of stories about the
wanna know
lame
about
shit
this.
I used to do. Because
I want-
also my mom gave me a typewriter when I was like 7, and I was really into mysteries. I still am, but I would write like mystery stories with this typewriter because I was always watching like Diagnosis Murder and Murder, She Wrote with
Yeah.
my mom,
Yeah.
and I was always reading
That's pretty cool.
mysteries. So I would try to mimic these mysteries, and I thought I was like a real like crime writer with
You were an
my
Agatha Christie is what
typewriter.
you were, yeah.
I was a really, really sad child.
That doesn't sound sad
That
at all.
sounds like you had a
that's
lot
good.
of like hobbies that were
Yeah.
like fulfilling and healthy.
Hobbies.
I mean, doing
Whatever.
something.
Anyway,
That's-
somebody else talk about your nerdy stuff.
Damn it, I want to hear about this
I could
family you
fill
made up.
worlds. Oh no, the nobility. I mean, they're from mostly different houses, and they were kind of just congregating.
I want to see pictures of this.
I don't think I have pictures.
Oh,
I bet your mom does.
I don't know, but
I bet your mom
We
does.
should just move on because I'm sweating under this.
I really want to find
this
out.
is a really. This is a day. This has been a day, Lynn.
Can you give me your mom's phone number?
Yeah, I will.
I gotta.
You should
earn some
already
money
have
real
it,
quick.
you minx.
So, pardon me for a moment. Well, the segue I would have in mind, provided I don't have to preface this read with a lengthy disclaimer and advice for our viewers, is that we don't live in the Dark Ages anymore. Get your medicine the new way. Hymns.
You can't use that though.
No, well, I should at first implore our audience that, of course, if you're concerned about your health, the best thing you can do is see your personal doctor. You should consult with them about anything, and this is typically advised when it comes to changing your diet, having a new exercise plan. If you have a doctor that you visit frequently and you have a good relationship with, by all means, secure your health by visiting that doctor. However, I think it's a little more commonplace in America to not even have a working relationship with a doctor. I don't really. Every time I switch insurance or move to a new town or whatever, it's like at least a month wait to get on a new doctor. I'm not trying to make excuses or explain
You're
anything
just talking
like
about
that.
this, how the system works.
Yeah, that's how the system works for us. And to acknowledge the elephant in the room, I guess there have been a lot of audience complaints about HIMS, which is a service that will pair you with a doctor online, go through an evaluation, receive a prescription, and then have prescription drugs mailed to you. I understand the concern for it, but hopefully, after explaining the process, the screening process that occurs, most of those concerns will be addressed. So, with that in mind, HIMS, as I previously said, is a service that connects you with an online doctor who will then review your information and prescribe you a medication. Specifically, we are promoting their hair retaining drug, which is, I saw it this morning and it's skipping my mind.
Oh, finasteride?
Finasteride, thank you. So the process that I went through when I signed up for it, because I'm hitting my mid-30s, and I was always curious, what's the first milestone where you can tell your body's starting to completely fall apart? And it wasn't the hernia, and it wasn't the crippling alcoholism. No. It was a thinning hairline, the one thing that actually matters to me. I could actually see it in the mirror. It was kind of scary, There's that first thing. It's like, well, that's it. I guess I'm dead now. But I also at one point made a promise to myself to fight it as hard as I could at every step. So I saw that happening and I was like, well, I guess that's just it. But then the HIM sponsorship came through and I decided to try it out. So I log on, you basically fill out a questionnaire, like here are the things that I'm seeing. It's like, what kind of hair loss are you seeing? Where is it? And then you have to take photos of your entire scalp, basically, from the front, the top, the sides, the back. I sent in all those photos. They actually wrote me back, said, hey, by the way, some of these photos are a little too blurry. I need you to take them again. So I did. And then a doctor wrote me a note saying, okay, based on what I'm seeing thinning of the hairline in the front, I'm seeing thinning of hairline in the back. I'm going to prescribe finasteride. There's another medicine they prescribe that deals with balding on the top. Didn't prescribe that one. So, and they also, it pairs with a shampoo and some like multivitamin gummies. But this prescription finasteride is the thing that's clinically proven to stop hair loss or stop hair thinning and potentially even regrow hair. So that's what I'm on now. The experience as I had online felt to me identical to going to a doctor, which is in America, it's a pretty cursory review, a fairly standard lecture about the drug and its side effects, and then a prescription that you go fill at a pharmacy. So after having that experience, I judged that it was pretty similar to the medical services offered elsewhere in North America. So I was like, cool. I think we can. I feel comfortable putting this service in front of our audience. But today, you can try the service yourself if you're experiencing hair thinning for $5 while supplies last. You can do that at forhims.com/dude. That's forhims.com/dude. So thank you, Hims, for the sponsorship. Thank you for hopefully the hair that I will keep on my head. We'll see. If I go bald, that's fine too. Bald is cool now. Wait, it might not be in 20 years.
Jason Statham.
What? He's not going to be the thing in 20 years.
Well, for you, he will be.
Yeah, he's always cool.
He'll always be the thing for you.
Always.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
He had the ring in too.
Yeah, he was a good one.
He was jacked up in First Contact. Anyone notice that? Just me? Only me? That's one of those Star Trek things we were going to talk about.
I just
Here,
remember
don't worry about it.
Are you going to fill me in?
I'll look it up.
You're gonna fill
I'll look it
up
up.
real quick?
We're hanging out now.
I remember him being like incredibly frail for Logan, and that was like he lost like what,
yeah.
a bunch of weight for that one.
yeah.
Oh, he had to make himself even more old.
Yeah, tiny.
Dang.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to send pictures in for the hair one.
Yeah.
Do you have to send pictures in for the?
For the wiener one?
You have to send in like a limp
So
picture, like
Didn't
portrait.
have to, but
I due to audience concerns, I did try to sign up for that myself.
Yeah.
But right away it required me to lie, which you can
that's
do.
fair.
You can do that to a doctor as well.
Yeah.
But basically it makes you click a box saying, I promise that I've had an in-office doctor's visit in the last year. And then as you go on, they make you input your blood pressure and stuff like that. And then, to my understanding, they then validate that with the doctor to make sure that it is an accurate.
We should say, don't lie to your doctor.
Don't fucking lie to your
or
doctor.
lie to the service or anything else like that,
Yeah.
obviously.
My reasoning is that any responsible adult should be trusted to use something as instructed. You can abuse anything, just like you can abuse
An actual
Ad-
doctor.
or an actual doctor. But I mean, it is a concern that people might misuse the service or abuse the service, but that can be done now. You can go to a drugstore and overdose on whatever you want, which you shouldn't do. By the way, if we're stating things here. All right, let me look up Patrick Stewart and how ripped he was.
Is it Lynn's turn to tell a story?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The one time that I
Like when you were
might have
popular,
been.
Lynn.
I've always been like very medium all the way through. The reading thing did remind me of something. Whenever I was in elementary school, I did have the most ARP points. Did you read
What's
go
that?
somewhere?
Yeah, what are
It's like
those?
accelerated reading program.
I did that. Yeah.
But it was only because they didn't put like a limit on how many tests you could take, and then you didn't have to prove you actually read the book.
Yeah, if you just passed the test, you got the
yeah,
points.
basically, you'd get like Little House
is
on
that
the
like
Prairie.
a Texas thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's not a California thing.
Accelerated
maybe.
reading program.
Yeah, but
So
like
you're a cheater.
But basically, yeah, because you could just go in and you could just take as many tests as you wanted to, and then just like click through. And then I had like 100 more points than the second place person, and they didn't even like say anything. But I got a little plaque, a little award that was nice.
But you didn't read the books.
No, I did not read the books.
Man,
Yeah.
I tried to do it right. I actually
gotta-
read the books. I read Little Women for that shit because that was like 36
I
points.
took that test. I know. I got like 6 points out of that one.
Damn it.
Yeah. It was great.
I read that entire book.
Because you'd use it in like the shop and buy like the little bird that bounced on your finger and like
Yeah.
eraser animals and
See, the
stuff.
prizes for us were you just got books. The teacher would give you like
more books?
a book that you like could keep,
Oh, we had to check them out of the library.
which as a voracious reader such as myself was a windfall, a free book. But
No,
then
it was-
there was one time I could tell because you got to choose, and I could tell the teacher did not want me to choose the book.
What do you mean? Why?
I think she wanted to keep it for the classroom.
And so did you take it
Of
anyways?
course I did.
You're depriving
Of course I
other
did.
people of an education.
Wow, you deprived other people of
Those
that.
kids weren't going to read it. It was stupid. know.
You weren't.
I don't even remember what it was.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, whatever.
Cold-hearted.
Whatever. Anyway, anything else, Lynn?
I mean, look at. Hold on. I mean, he's got some upper.
Oh, look at him!
I'm telling you, man. Cap.
Are you sure it's not just how he's flexed?
Oh, Cap. Who cares?
I'm pretty sure Captain Picard looks like a little girl. His body looks like a little girl there.
He can be flexed all the time, and that's the right kind of Picard for me.
Oh,
Look at him.
he is
Terrible
acting
special
the
effect.
hell out of
Look
that,
at
though.
those
Look him.
muscles. That's my Captain right there.
Motion blur on this TV?
Oh my gosh.
It
I
burned
saw
off his skin.
I saw this movie in theaters.
This movie ruled. I saw it with my math and science team.
She's yawning again, by the way.
I didn't. It was just terrible timing.
We went to, let me double point here. We went to state competition, Elise. And while we were there, we saw Star Trek First Contact. It was a magical experience, almost as good as being on Carnival Cruise Line.
I was in like the gifted program at my school. We would go to they'd host this annual competition for all the other mode programs of their schools called the Think Bowl.
We did that too. So we did it like it was like, there was a spelling bowl, there was like a math bowl, there were a bunch of other bowls that we would do.
Did you ever do the academic decathlon, Bruce?
We didn't have that. Too many events. There's a lot of things my school didn't have because we didn't have the money
Did you
or
do that,
people.
Elise? I feel like we did that.
I don't know. I mean,
Academic decathlon was like all sorts of subject, right? Right, Omar?
Yeah, you had a team of like 6 people or something. I can't remember, and
I would've
everyone
been
had
into
like
it.
a specialty.
well,
Yeah.
no, we didn't. I mean, the Think Bowl was just kind of like you went as your mode group, and then you would just
Bowl?
answer random questions.
Yeah.
We had
Random. I think they were probably divided by different points of curriculum.
Yeah.
we had math and science, and then the 4 events, and I have numerous medals and ribbons, usually 8th place or lower. We had.
Please don't. She's yawning on purpose this time.
Sorry, go on.
No, they had number sense, which was just like, it was all mental math. So they would give you, it was like a puzzle actually. They would give you all these like algebra problems, and the trick was to learn all the shortcuts with math, like how to multiply by 25 quickly and shit like that. So you just blaze through it as fast as you could. Calculator, my favorite, where you had a calculator, and they just gave you like ridiculously intense geometry problems. And then science, which is just multiple choice science questions, and then history, I think. I mean, I just did them all, because what else am I going to do?
So it was just you're doing tests for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should get those trophies.
But see, the best part about it was that they didn't grade you on it.
Oh, that's fair.
So there were no grades. There was no pressure unless it was pressure you put on yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I liked it the most, because it was a competition that, like, basically, you would do it for fun, even though it was just to win, typically. But you didn't have to worry about whether or not it affected your future.
I guess that's true.
You're just testing yourself and trying to see what you can do. Yeah.
I don't know how kids even learn anything now with the internet. Like, why bother?
Just Google everything.
They learn
Yeah.
new things, I think.
Nah.
Different things.
Learn how to use the internet, and then you'll learn everything.
I mean,
The
it's
internet is
true.
all things.
The internet is all things.
I remember a pretty magic moment. You don't get to talk. This is my show.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, all right.
was
Lynn's the
wild.
guest. Let Lynn talk.
Len, you talk.
Look at the bottom of your empty cup.
We'll always have Picard, right?
We did have Picard.
Go ahead. Lynn, I want to hear your story.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that I'm pretty sure that phones are 100% making people stupider.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Because
Yeah.
the fact that you don't have to remember anything, I mean, that's pretty much the obvious.
It's changing
You can
our
just-
brains.
Yeah, because you no longer have to commit something to memory whenever you
Absolutely.
instantly are able to pull something out of your pocket and look at it, and then there's no need for you to retain that information because you can easily just do that the next time you need to do it.
Oh, you might be
Pretty sure
right.
it's depending on people.
I thought of it the opposite way, which was, since I know all of this knowledge in the sense that I've read it over and over and over, or I'll see it, then if I take it in and remember it, which occasionally I do, I know more. But I wonder if that's actually the case, if it's more like what you said.
I truly think that phones are reshaping the way our brains work and how we disseminate information and how we hold information and what our brains decide is important and not. And like, obviously your attention span.
Oh, yeah,
Like our
absolutely.
attention spans are
Tiny.
much changed, which then correlates to like our ability to think critically or
So you might
analytically.
actually be one of the last generation of people that
Good
had
brain.
to actually learn things like whenever you were younger, but now if you're growing up with this thing in your pocket all the
Oh
time.
yeah, I think like my last year of university, I had like a laptop that I brought to class with me.
That makes sense.
But I never had that. It was always a notebook. But I was in computer science like Lawrence, so we had computers and we would use Google to figure out how to program. That's what I would do.
Yeah, it's that's not a bad thing, I don't think.
Yeah.
The thing that occurred to me partially through college is that college isn't about learning things, it's about figuring out how to solve problems, and learning something is just a step to that. But how you learn is up to you. So it doesn't really bug me that people have an omnibus of the human experience in their pockets all the time to refer to. Because if they can still solve problems, now they can just do it faster.
That's fair, and as long as they always have their phone, then it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, despite like an apocalypse or something like that, or anything, I mean, this is just the new norm. It's not like it's just changing the way that people are, not necessarily for the worse, but maybe just different.
That's why I always liked open book tests, because I'm like, well, if you teach somebody to think critically and analytically, and that's the point of whatever piece or challenge you're giving them the information to take and then apply to that is not the point that they are able to regurgitate something. It's them being able to take that and then apply it in a new way. Mm-hmm. Anyway, something about Lawbreakers or something?
Yeah, there's something in there.
There's Lawbreakers stuff in
That's
there?
one of Larr's lads. Yeah, we can talk about that. So this is a totally original idea that I came up with on my own, by myself. Not this. It's me highlighting members of the internet community for their outstanding service and just being so gosh darn encouraging. I call them Larr's lads. They're my people.
Who made you the king of the internet?
They Lard lads?
Yeah, you think that's the donut guy in The Simpsons?
Yeah, the big boy.
Lard lad.
No, this is Lar's lad.
Lars is 2 R's, apostrophe S.
Like Metallica?
Rolls off the No, that's one. That's one R. This is 2 with an apostrophe and then an S. Lads. Lars is lads.
You
Lars
roll
is
the R.
lads.
Lads.
When we take Dude Soup on the road and we're in Europe, I'll keep that in mind.
Nice.
So, yes. Lawbreakers ain't doing so hot. Boss Key basically put it down. I mean, like, get rid of my bookmarks there. Can't have people peeking behind the curtain.
They put it down?
Well, sort of.
They stopped supporting it.
Yeah, and then was it Nexon basically said, we could make it free to play, but that would cost money, and it's not making any, so we're just not gonna.
Wow.
But, however, this is the internet, and nothing dies. There is a dedicated group who are still holding that Lawbreakers torch high and proud. They are in the fan-run Lawbreakers 2.0 Discord. This is from the Kotaku article. It says they're overseen by its creator and owner Jay, who goes by Hen Tai on the server.
Nice.
Clever.
Preferred not to share his full name. I don't know why. People.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he, actually? What has he been doing on that Discord?
I mean, when you Google the man's name, do you really want like a Discord about Lawbreakers to be at the top?
I think if I Google hentai, something else is gonna come up.
It's Hentie. See, it's clever. No, it's camel cap. Anyway, let's see here. It says, quote, I started playing since the alpha. Jay said over Discord, I enjoy the intensity about it. Different quote here. For the past 3 to 4 months, the entire player base has been us in our Discord and Reddit, said Bolt, whose real name is Liam Callahan, who was one of the server's most prolific posters in a series of Discord messages. In January of this year, there were usually still enough people to find an online match just by searching, but by February, games had to be scheduled. It's funny, he said. The concurrent users got so low multiple times it made the Reddit front page and articles, like I said. And there were comments like, it must be the devs in the game, or it's probably only Cliffy B in the game. But in fact, it was us. Quote, it feels good to be one of the last ones playing, he said. To think, if I didn't become so involved with the community, I would not have met these people. Oh. And if you think about it, if the game never flopped, I wouldn't have met them either. They've become close friends, he says, despite never meeting face to face, and continue to play just because they love the game, but also because some of them are still hopeful that Bosky will eventually find a way to revive it.
That's so lovely.
It was really nice. They can all be losers together.
Made their little internet friends, playing their game that has about 10 people. Aww.
You know what? It makes me think back to the Tomorrow Children saga, where that game was kind of came out to no real fanfare, and then interest dwindled, and then ultimately there was just this really small, tight-knit community still left in those Tomorrow Children servers that they had built their own little world, and there was this really, really sad piece I read about how when the servers were shut down, all their little characters in the game were like holding hands or whatever till like the last minute.
What the hell is this? I've never even heard of it.
I don't know, but
so it got announced 2014, I want to say, E3, or maybe PSX 2014, I think, maybe even, and it was supposed to be a game where it was a
they're all dead now.
A representation of like a functional communist state, and you were these little workers, and you would have to stand in like food lines, and you basically have to stand in lines for everything.
It's like I'm really
and
starving in Soviet Russia.
And you're saying this game died.
there's a lot of
Communism doesn't work.
lot of
I know
abstract
it.
concepts kind of funneled into these systems in this game
Oh my god.
of production and socialism and needless to say, it didn't quite get the mass audience that it had hoped for,
imagine why
but it
not.
had this little niche community that was all about it, and then these little characters, they were all kind of like holding vigil right till the end when the servers were
went
shut down. And it was this beautiful little story.
I imagine just the head of IT at that Sony office was like, somebody was like, wait, they're all holding hands. We shouldn't shut it down. And he goes, what? Switched it down. Wait, did I accidentally? Oh, whatever.
Oh, no. I mean,
Let's get lunch.
Yeah, there's like he's at the terminal and he's like disconnected, and when it pops up, 5 active users are still connected. Just clicks it again. All right, let's go.
Even their clothes are like kind of like plain, and it's.
Yeah, I can't imagine why this didn't take off. I hate being flippant about this because there's like clearly a lot of people
lot of thought
really worked hard on
into
this.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for the game, yes. But the ones playing,
And all the people who desperately wanted to be in a Eastern Bloc country at the height of communism.
at least did you play
they
this?
progressed.
I did play.
Were you one of the people holding hands?
No, I played like an early build of it.
Oh. And how much fun was it?
You know what? It was still in a working phase. When it came out, I didn't really even realize it came out.
Well, I'm on the Lawbreakers side.
Honest.
We played Lawbreakers a lot. We played it from the beginning, the
was
alpha
fun,
and the
man.
beta. And I actually really enjoyed the game. I thought it was fun. And then I heard a joke the other day that I still thought was funny.
I think I know what you're gonna. I think I know it.
Maybe.
Go on.
Well, somebody had said, Cliffy B is making a battle royale game because he was making the new Radical Heights. Is this a joke? He said Cliffy B is making a battle royale game. It's like, didn't he already make that with Lawbreakers? It went from 100 players to 1.
Oh!
I was like, damn!
I did see
Smoked!
that. I did see that. That's
It's
a
a great
morale
joke.
breaker.
It's a great joke.
It is.
And I liked
unfortunately.
Lawbreakers. I liked Cliffy B. So I was bummed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And maybe free to play. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of stuff that, looking back, hindsight is 2020. Cliffy B and his team may have said, "Oh, we should have done that differently."
Of course, yeah.
But I know I was looking at like the top early access games, and Paladins is right up there, like most played.
Really?
Yeah, it's free to play.
Didn't we play that? We played it, right?
Yeah.
Did because Paladins is kind of like, I think it gets a lot of flack for being similar to Overwatch.
Yeah,
right?
Overwatch knockout. But it's free to play. Man, free to play is it's ambrosia.
Yeah, it really is.
People love free stuff. Turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has there ever been any free to play games that you've gotten into?
Actually, whenever I was in high school, RuneScape was because you had like the
good shit.
the middle world that you were allowed to do, and then if you paid extra, you got to go out. I was actually the top of one of the new. Speaking of being a king
Popular.
among a small group of people, it was whenever the hunter thing first came on. Like I spent like 2 days just doing nothing but playing that and leveling up that skill. And for like one split second, like I was at the top, or at least I think I was like 3 down from the bottom. But then like everybody else just.
What was your username?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, come on. I want to hear it. We're going to find out where you are on the leaderboards.
No, I had a couple.
Was
wasn't
it
good.
just like lame, or does it have or were you infamous in some way?
No,
among the
it's a
community?
mixture of a
Okay.
few things, and also it's the same name I have for some old Reddit accounts too. So
You don't want people poking through it. Right there.
It's not going to tell
it was
us.
a weird high school.
Talked
thing.
about my dioramas.
Damn it, I wish I had a pen. You could just write it down.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just want to know.
I just want to see it.
yeah, later.
Okay.
Just whisper it to me.
That reminds me of a really cool story in Star Wars Galaxies.
Yes. No, this is kind of what it was,
Tell
right?
us.
Until she falls asleep.
No, I want to know it.
There was only one kind of similar to RuneScape. Star Wars Galaxies, there was a time in that game where there were only a few Jedis.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In hundreds of
If
thousands
you got to
of
see
people.
one, oh my god.
Hundreds of thousands of people, and because not everybody could be a Jedi, you had to basically you had to do all these crazy things for this game. Are you on your phone?
I just checked the time, but that wasn't related to the story.
I don't understand.
Well, anyways, I saw a Jedi. It was cool.
I wasn't even looking. I wasn't even touching.
Here we go.
Wait. How did what con? In
I
what
found
context?
a video of the last 10 minutes of Farstar.
Oh no.
In what context did you see the
the hell is
Jedi?
this?
It's the last 10 minutes of Farstar.
What's Farstar?
I don't know. I assume it's a server of galaxies, Star Wars galaxies. God, that UI sucks.
In what
dick.
context did you see the Jedi? Was it like?
It was just neat. It was just she's yawning
No.
while asking.
Sorry, because it's the air circulation. What kind of Jedi was it?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I,
Do you remember, Bruce? You remember it like it was yesterday. What was it?
It really doesn't matter. That was the only thing. It was just cool to see. I wish games still did this, which was make things very, very rare. That's. I always thought that was cool. That like only a few people could be like. There's in what is it? The Matrix Online.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
only
yeah.
one person that could be Neo, and I always wondered what that person looked like and how often they played and like. If they would ever show up in your server or whatever else.
They did a lot of fun things like that, like certain events and stuff that only took place like once or twice. And
Yeah, I thought that was. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's just it's a neat concept if you're playing a video game and you're like, wow, I could be Neo. And you log in. I guess apparently if you log in, immediately you know if you're Neo.
You're just some dork.
And then
Just some dude in a leather jacket.
Yep, that's it.
Do you think we were more appreciative or forgiving of that before? Because I feel like now, like a game like Star Wars Battlefront comes out, and you're like, man, I never get to be a Jedi or a Sith or anything, or any of those premium, like characters.
No, that's ultimately what got me to stop playing Star Wars Galaxies was the fact that I couldn't be a Jedi. So like it was neat to see when I saw them, but eventually like I was just like, I can't put in the hours that is required to even get anywhere near this.
Because you had to do all these pre-quests to even see if you were force sensitive.
Correct.
So you had to invest all this time to even see if your character was capable of it.
You had to master somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 occupations at the time, and I had mastered 2, and I had played for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 hours. So you had to master 30 of them, and then again maybe find out if you're force sensitive.
Yeah.
or not.
Wait, so you would do all that and then realize you couldn't get Jedi powers?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
and then
fucked
people
up.
would delete their character and try again.
Yeah.
A lot of people did that.
Wow.
It's like, I like the idea of it being super rare, but the idea of putting it behind thousands of hours of grinding seems cruel and malicious.
Yeah, I know.
Especially given their player base is gonna want to do that.
What happens at the end of this? Skip to the
Yeah, I wanted to see them.
Well, first of all, we have to hear from our sponsors, because let me tell you, Larr's lads don't find themselves. I gotta put boots to ground, go out there on the street, go out in the street and find them. And when I go out there, I gotta look good. Otherwise, they'll chase me off their lawn again. And that's why Stitch Fix is sponsoring this podcast. Because Stitch Fix is a service that will pair you with a stylist on the internet. And then that person will learn your likes, your dislikes, and then send you a box with 5 chosen articles of clothing in them. You get to try them on at home, you get to keep the ones you like and send the ones you don't like back. And then they'll just bill you for the ones you keep and not charge you for the ones that you don't keep. It's actually a pretty great service. I've gotten some pretty great articles of clothing out of it. It is the sort of thing, like you can sign up for it to either be subscription-based, so they'll just send you one every time you send one back, or you can just order it one at a time. They make it pretty easy to do either. So if every 4 or 5 months you feel like sprucing up your wardrobe, you can choose to do that. And the entire while, they'll basically keep a file on you, on the clothes you have, the clothes you kept, the clothes you didn't. And then when you send back stuff, you can put in little notes too, like, oh, I like this, but the fabric's not good, or I like this pattern, but I wish the colors were different. And by that, they'll fine-tune the clothes you like to exactly what you want. And before long, you'll be getting nothing but great fits, comfortable hits. Help you find those lads out there, because there's plenty of them. They just need to be found. And we have a special offer for you guys. If you keep all 5 items in your box, you can get 25% off your entire purchase. You can do that at stitchfix.com/dudesoup. It's a pretty cool process. As someone who's trying to dress a little better, t-shirt and jeans, but they can be good t-shirt and jeans. Stitch Fix can help you do that. So once more, that's stitchfix.com/dudesoup. Thank you, Stitch Fix, for clothing all of our lads. Let me
Skip to the end. I'm watching all sorts of cool spaceships come in.
look
I
at
want
this
to watch
guy.
them all die.
Will
so
those the
sad.
last screenies posted on TEF forums? It was a long time ago on the internet. I think it just disconnects.
Yeah.
Probably.
It doesn't show them all just fall over.
Yeah. It's not a
I
joke.
saw a comment that said, "Find a safe place to log out."
There it is. Connection.
Bye.
FWG lost.
Oh, Darkani Rab loves Scotchy.
8-year veteran, 7 years of experience.
Fade out, fuck off. Why does that dude have a chin strap? I have those
awesome.
Star Wars. I had a farm. I was a farmer at Star Wars. Tatooine farmer.
I had my own house. I believe I was a master creature handler. Maybe at one point.
Star Wars Galaxies was great because you had to pay upkeep on everything.
It was the
and if you didn't
stupidest
pay
thing.
it would like deteriorate. So I remember logging back in like 6 months after I'd given the game up, and my farm looked like Uncle Owen and Aunt Bruce's farm. Like it was just smoking and cratered, but everything else around was the same thing because everyone else had left.
Yeah.
So it was just this literal but also digital wasteland of dereliction. It was awesome. Speaking of wastelands, so there's something that I've thought about, and that is that I love aggressive product packaging. Love it a lot. One of my favorite things. I read a lot of the backs of bags of stuff. And this is something that there was some like, this is an energy drink. There was a different one that I was like, fuck, that is great, copy. I took a photo of it, promptly forgot about it. This was something I meant to do like a year ago, and Dude Soup never did. So that's a long wind up to say I'm about to read the back of a Monster Energy can to you.
Should you put it up on the screen? Oh, you can. Oh, probably can't read it, can you? Don't worry about it.
I think I can do both.
Never mind. Just read
No,
it.
it's, I'll just read it. So this is copy from a can of Monster Assault Energy.
Assault. It's called assault.
And let me, well, it gets
Assault
better.
on your butthole.
Assault is a sort of like stencil spray paint font.
Yeah, you bet.
So if you can, here, I'll just tilt this towards you. You see a little military
That's
styling.
exactly
extreme?
what I
Is it
imagined it
extreme?
would be. Yeah,
It's
it looks
pretty
like the
extreme.
military.
Oh, okay.
Monster is going to let you know that they don't give a fuck about anything except juicing you up. So here's the copy. At Monster, we don't get too hung up on politics. We're not for the war, against the war, or any war for that matter. We put the camo pattern on our Monster Assault can because we think it looks cool. Plus, it helps fire us up to fight the big multinational companies who dominate the beverage business. Monster dominates the beverage business.
Isn't Monster owned by Coca-Cola?
Yeah. Yep. We'll leave politics to the politicians and just keep doing what we do best, making the meanest energy drinks on the planet.
Giving you kidney failure.
Declare war on the ordinary. Grab a Monster Assault at Viva la Revolucion. MonsterEnergy.com. And then they got little icons for Instagram down there and YouTube.
Show it. Put it up on the.
Yeah. Let me,
Show everybody what we're reading.
so hold on. The scaling might get a little weird. I don't want to show. There we go.
Yeah.
I know that somebody worked hard to write all this, and this went through multiple rounds.
Did they
of
work
approval.
hard?
Hard enough.
I'm not sure that they worked hard on that.
I just like the idea that somebody's in like a 7-Eleven, they're holding a Monster Energy Assault and just like a fucking Red Bull, and they're like, wow, this can is
Which
not...
would you pick?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This is going to tip you over.
Yeah.
Somebody out there, please. I know Dude Soup has a lot of marketing listeners. This is a very marketing-heavy podcast. If you're out there, please tell me that there are demographics tied to the copy on the back of a can and how many cans you sell.
I bet I can also tell you why they wrote that first paragraph about war. Because I bet somebody up that chain in Coca-Cola was like, well, does the camo mean that we support the war? Like, is that why? Are we supporting a war?
I think it's to
that's going
support
on?
our troops.
No, it's because we think it looks cool.
Wow. I didn't see that exactly. Somebody wrote it, put it on the can, and they're like, no, it's because we think it looks
I'm
cool.
also glad they said that they're going to leave politics to the politicians, because that's important that Monster
I would
says
imagine that Monster would make its way into politics,
Yeah.
but apparently
Senator
not. It says
Monster.
right there they don't.
President Monster. Question.
So stupid.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it when snack foods take themselves seriously.
Do they Revolucion, but with a T? They spell that wrong?
It was with a T.
Revolucion.
It's revolution. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, but,
Revolution.
well, they're saying
So they
Should be-
combined Spanish and English.
they
it sounds
did.
like, yeah.
It's
All right.
Spanglish.
Spanglish,
Well,
right, yeah.
Monster only speaks in Spanglish.
Well, if they got to Viva la Revolucion, somebody would go there and be like, well, that was a slogan that people said in war.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody just like
Yeah.
backspace.
A slogan of.
There we go.
They're like, no, not that kind of revolution.
And the beverage revolution.
He's leaning over the dude's shoulder. And he's like,
Revolution.
Bevolution, yeah. Viva la
God.
revolution.
points to the wall, and it's like our company statement: leave politics to the politicians. Look, what are you doing? Tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna make Bruce read something though.
Oh, I love these. I actually really do like these things.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Bruce is a skilled orator. This is something that I've learned.
I guess.
Roll that graphic, Omar. There it is.
Those are my glasses. I pick those up every night.
Yeah, those are his reading spectacles that he puts on his
I
nightstand.
do wish that I had like a nice coat and then the glasses at the end of my nose.
That'd be nice.
Little smoking pipe.
Yeah, smoking jacket.
Yeah.
You're giving
I
me
forgot to
ideas.
load the music to play under this.
Roll it again.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
What is it?
Yeah. So when the podcast is edited, Omar basically puts the longer version of that harpsichord ditty under your performance. Yeah. Yeah, you don't listen to the podcast, Bruce? Come on. It's only an hour and a half long every week.
I'm part of it typically.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it again.
If we don't listen to it, how are we supposed to expect them to?
All right, so this is I'm not gonna lie. This is a bit of low-hanging fruit, but I gotta take it. World-renowned author Ernest Kline. It's also a bit of a poet laureate, if you will.
Ready Player One, he wrote.
Yes, indeed. And Armada, the soon-to-be hit film Armada. But he also he expressed his amorous feelings on the internet previously, with I would say about equal levels of writing skill. So here you are, Bruce. I don't know that this is titled. It is only the first page. There are 3 pages.
What is this of?
It's a poem, man.
It's a poem?
Yeah, sort of. It's kind of like beat poetry.
That Ernest Kline wrote.
Yes. There are 3 pages. That is page 1 of 3. We'll get to the other pages in following weeks. Take it away, sir.
This is a poem by Ernest Kline, and it's untitled. I've noticed that there don't seem to be any porno movies that are made for guys like me. All the porn I've come across was targeted at beer-swilling, sports bar-dwelling alpha males. Men who like their women stupid and submissive. Men who can only get it up for monosyllabic, cock-hungry nymphos with gargantuan breasts and a 3-word vocabulary. Adult films are populated with these collagen-injected liposuction women, many of whom have resorted to surgery and self-mutilation in an attempt to look the way they have been told to look. These aren't real women. They're objects. And these movies aren't erotic. They're pathetic. These vacuum-headed fuck bunnies don't turn me on. They disgust me. And it's not that I'm against pornography. I mean, I'm a guy, and guys need porn. Fact. Like a preacher needs pain, like a needle needs a vein, guys need porn. But I don't want to watch this misogynist He-Man woman-hater porn. I want porno movies that are made with guys like me in mind. Guys who know that the sexiest thing in the world is a woman who is smarter than you are.
Did you get this off of Our Nice Guys?
It was on our Fedora.
That's the first page of this poem?
Yeah, it goes on. Fuck it. Who cares?
I can read the rest.
This is pleasant. This is very pleasant. All right. Here's page the second.
Page 2. Page 2, Untitled Ernest.
Yeah. Actually, Untitled is the title of the notepad document.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can have the whole cheerleading squad. I want the girl in the tweed skirt and the horn-rimmed glasses. Betty Finnebowski, the valedictorian. Oh, yes. First, I want to copy her trig homework, and then I want to make mad, passionate love to her for hours and hours until she reluctantly asks if we can stop, because she doesn't want to miss Battlestar Galactica. Summa cum laude, baby. That is what I call erotic. But do you ever see that kind of woman in a contemporary adult film? No. You do all the time, Ernest Kline. Which is why I'm going to start writing and directing geek porno. I shall be the quintessential nerd porn auteur, and the women in my porno movies will be the kind that drive nerds like me mad with desire. I'm talking about the girls that used to fuck up the grading curve, the girls in the Latin Club and the National Honor Society, chicks with weird clothes, braces, 4 eyes, and 4.0 GPAs, brainy, articulate bookworms with Mensa cards in their purses and chips on their shoulders. My porn starlets will come in all shapes and sizes. My porn starlets will be too busy working on their PhD to go to the gym. I don't want the rest. Give me the last page.
How it wraps up.
Now
He's going to go off on his porn starlets.
we're all worked up now. All right, there you go. Keep it in your pants.
In my kind of porno movies, the girls wouldn't even have to get naked. They just take the guys down to the rec room and beat them repeatedly at chess, and then talk to them for hours about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle or the underlying social metaphors in the Aliens movies. Buy stock in some hand cream companies because there's about to be a major shortage, and I'm not just talking about straight porn, oh no. There should be fuck films for my nerd brethren of all sexual orientations. Gay nerd porn flicks with titles like Dungeons and Drag Queens. This idea is a fucking gold mine. I'm gonna make millions, because this country is full of database programmers and electronics engineers, and they aren't getting the loving they so desperately need.
He wasn't wrong about that.
And you can help. If you're an intelligent woman, is interested in breaking into the adult film industry, and if you can tell me the name of Luke Skywalker's home planet, then you're hired. It doesn't matter if you think you're overweight or unattractive. It doesn't matter if you don't think you're beautiful. You are beautiful, and I will make you a star.
Man.
I'm a little heated, a little steamy in here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm all turned on.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I will find you rousing only if you can tell me where Luke Skywalker is from.
Tatooine?
Yeah, you got it. You could
Now
be
we may have intercourse.
part of his geek porno.
Yay.
Man, I love it. There's a time in my life where I probably would have written something very similar to that. It's nice.
You could have been Ernest Kline.
I could have been.
You could have been a multimillionaire.
I think I had an online dating profile that was probably a little similar to that. Didn't get a whole lot of bites for some reason.
It was that exact thing posted, looking for somebody to go downstairs and beat me at chess.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That's a good find.
I've known so many dudes who say that, and then if they ever get like one-upped in any way by a woman, they can't handle it. Immediately can't handle it. I find that disconnect fascinating. Dudes say, I want that, and then it's right there, and they're like, I hate it. I don't know what it is. Weird thing.
Grass is greener kind of a thing, or not?
Maybe.
Just like your expectations whenever they're actually.
I think
It's delusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely what it is.
I think it's dudes have a higher opinion of themselves than they probably should. Not saying that of Ernie Kline there, but speaking of myself, reflecting on myself as a young lad, a Larr lad, if Larr's a lad, if you will. I don't know. I find it therapeutic to reflect on emotional maturity, because for a stretch of my life, I was pretty convinced it was never going to happen.
What was it?
Emotional maturity. I'm there. I'm done.
You did it?
Yeah.
You're there?
Yep.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's awesome.
World's first actualized man, right here.
it's weird to sit back and go like, emotional maturity. I guess it's never gonna happen for me.
Did you throw like a party or when you hit it?
Like it's part of it requires you working toward it.
You're constantly improving.
Not just
I'm
going,
done, though.
Guess it's never gonna happen.
Well, there's
A shot of Lawrence like this. I'm done.
I'm trying to. So explaining it is odd because I
like
always
that having your two shot. Every time you're talking, I have to stare at myself.
Well, the implication is
smiling.
that you,
Dark.
I know.
the implication is that you could stop me, but you're not.
I'm definitely not going to stop you.
No, go back to the other one. I want Bruce to be in this one. All right. So I always told myself that I was reliant upon outside data. This is like the height of like human female trying to understand. Oh, how delicate and mysterious human female. It's like me at 22, all right? It was a bad scene. It was a very bad scene.
Vagina.
Basically,
Vagina.
vagina bones. But it was that catch-22 of imploring my friends to tell me what was wrong with me, and then when they did, outright telling them they were wrong at what they were telling me at, because I didn't really have the strength.
You're like, I cannot cry because I will rust. You have to be honest with me.
Were you like, would you please tell me like anything that I could fix? And they'd be like, well, if you do this, you're like, fuck you.
Basically.
You don't tell me what's wrong with me.
I'm perfect.
I'm fine.
I don't have the emotional intelligence to understand what you're telling me right now. So just fuck off.
I think I've had those conversations
sorry.
before.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So yes, hopefully now my point makes sense. Where you're in a weird emotional trap and you feel like you can't get out, but it's mostly because there are evident truths that you were rejecting. Like the gentleman who wrote this poem has probably emotionally matured since then. But there's obvious hypocrisy in I hate those chicks with big tits and they're stupid, but I want some chick that can name Star Wars planet. Like it's just objectification.
But
It's just
also,
another
you
kind
know that if some chick with huge tits wandered in the room, they would automatically, go back on everything that they believe.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
absolutely.
Well, also the chick with huge tits might know about Luke Skywalker's home
Yeah, it's
planet.
true.
Sure, yeah.
So she might be hot and smart, according to Ernie Kline.
He go, I will forgive the tits. Like, I will allow
I guess. But I'm only doing it for your brain.
Yeah.
He's watched too much porn, is really the bottom line to that poem.
Essentially, yeah.
That predates him writing Ready Player One.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's just a scrap of internet media that was
I mean,
discovered once he became an author.
It's amazing.
Yes, it is fine art.
pretty
I
good.
agree. But speaking of finding love, this podcast is also sponsored by eHarmony. eHarmony is built to help you find a lasting and meaningful relationship. They're into finding you a life mate. If you wanna find one of those airheaded, big-breasted women, you can go do that if you want. No, thank you. eHarmony will help you find a girl that'll beat you at chess, and that's what we're all after, aren't we? So it's weird because having grown up on the internet, I never once understood, or even this is part of my emotional stunting, didn't ever recognize that there was any kind of stigma against online dating. But anyone I ever met through online dating was very hesitant to admit that because they actually have emotions and understood them. But it was odd. No, the current girlfriend I'm with, I met through online dating. Yeah. So it works, man.
Well, I used to always say that I'd never try online dating and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I'm actually going to meet somebody. And then when I actually first tried it, I was like, this is amazing. This is just, a more efficient way of just meeting somebody.
You can meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't have a profile that reads similar to that, you can actually have interesting and pretty meaningful human connection. It helps you have a conversation, get to know people before you, because going out can be a big commitment, especially if you're shy or not used to that sort of thing. So hitting a rapport with somebody first and then asking them out somewhere, that works pretty well. But if you're looking for love out there, you can get a free month when you sign up for a 3-month subscription by using our code SOUP. So that's at eHarmony.com. Use our code SOUP at checkout for a free month when you sign up for a 3-month membership. Man, having a partner is great. My girlfriend did the dishes last night.
Nice.
And to me, that's true love. When there's a house chore I don't have to do because she did them for me. Doesn't get better than that, my friends.
Basically having a roommate that, you have sex with.
I can't think of a better thing.
That's what you're looking for. Yeah. So
love? What is love?
What is love for human?
It's human.
Tapping the monitor with my claw hands. So close, but
I cannot
so far.
do the dishes with these hands.
These terrible murder hands. All right, let's decide who's netting hard this week. Roll that sweet graphic.
So you're not familiar with hard netting?
Yeah. It only gets cooler.
Lynn's face.
I was wondering if that would elf out. It does. Cool.
Lynn's face.
It's going down some tech rabbit hole. It was amazing.
Yeah, you are. You're in
It's a
the
ride.
you're in the net zone now, my friend.
You should explain hard netting to Lynn since
All right.
he doesn't know.
I will do that. The definition changes week to week depending on how I feel about it, but
right.
essentially I just find things I find extreme examples of the human condition as exposed by the internet. So it's essentially like your RuneScape notoriety or what have you. There's interesting human behaviors that I think are unique to the way that people engage with each other through the internet. It both allows us to see people's weirdness and celebrate that weirdness. It's not necessarily a point and laugh cringe factor, even though it can go there. But typically it's just like, man, who's
Seeing what people are capable of.
Yeah, who's netting the hardest?
And celebrating it.
Nice.
Always celebrating. That excuses me from potentially mocking people.
Did you look at what I sent last night? That was pretty rough.
What was it?
The silly show.
Oh yeah. She put that in the Slack. I didn't get to look at it.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
maybe another week.
So yeah, for next week.
perhaps.
All right, and
It's brand new. Only a few weeks old. Channel.
all right,
Anyway.
I'll have to check it out. All right, so new table, new year, new dude soup. Flopatron has been reigning champ for a long time, and I'm saying this is it. This is it. Win or lose.
We're retiring Flopatron.
Win or lose. This is the last ride for Flopatron. It's going into the Hardnet Hall of Fame after this, but I'll show you the Flopatron, then show you a contender, and you will have to vote on which one you think is netting harder.
Hit the road.
I love this. Hit the Road Jack. Also performed by Ray Charles.
Thanks, Flopatron.
Also,
Thanks.
in addition to the Flopatron.
So this gentleman put a bunch of old-ass computer hardware together, programmed it all to play a song, and that's what you see before you. A childlike wonder, the glee, I can see it on your face.
Well, it's like multiple levels of having talent at something.
I guess you're right, yeah. It's the tech, it's the artistry, it's everything. It's bending
nice.
notes now?
I love it so much.
Okay, so that's the Flopatron.
That's gonna be hard to go up
There are many
against.
radio hits. It is hard to beat. I gotta admit, I've been fielding some fastballs against this one, and then they're not hitting. But I think I might have found something really good this week.
I want that to be my new ringtone.
The Flopatron version of Hit the Road Jack?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a gentleman on DeviantArt by the name of Merlogic1. Previous account was banned, so hopefully this one's cool. But he does a particular thing where he commissions a lot of blonde, buxom women buying a lot of white bread. So let me just get in here. Oh, well, here's an Annabelle there.
That's Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah, no. So he's got other stuff, but this is a recurring theme. Wonder Bread. I should be specific. So there's a bit of a working girl.
Cool.
Ample bosom, mining up the bread, I guess, with her jackhammer. Let's see. Let's click around some of these. So that's activity though. So let me browse his gallery because he'll commission this stuff and post
you're gonna
it.
be careful here.
I think it's fine.
Oh, whoa.
So yeah, here's another one of.
What about that one with the woman in the business suit?
She's sitting on gold though. Where's the bread? Sometimes she
Esme
will.
from Series of Fortunate
Here we
Events.
go. Here we go. So this is the thing that this is kind of his thing. So it's
Whoa, that's awesome.
yeah. There's a few more, and by a few I mean like 20 of them. But specifically, it's all a woman in like a business suit buying a lot of Wonder Bread, like a lot of Wonder Bread, at a grocery store. And it took a bit of digging to find this, to be frank.
I was reading that description.
I'm sorry.
It was beautiful. Did you see that?
Yeah, I was reading about the commissions and how he made enough money to leave his country and stuff.
There's another
Oh,
one
wow,
here.
what?
Beautiful.
I was
There's a
distracted by
hidden-
the buxom
There is
woman.
a hidden
There's a story,
here
yeah.
that might be more impressive than the actual
I suppose
work.
that's true. Sorry, let me go back to it.
No, it's okay. It's
Is it
okay.
this one here?
In other news today, an artist in South America literally called me Jesus today because I keep accepting his $60 commission, and now he has enough money in his nation's currency to move the fuck out of wherever the fuck he is currently located.
And Tumblr thinks I'm
Wow.
a literal antichrist. See, I help people in a very questionably unorthodox ways.
Okay.
First and only comment. What?
Exactly.
All right. So I found this particular person and their particular pursuits because I saw a comment that somebody left. Somebody basically said, somebody just commissioned the weirdest picture from me. They were very specific. They said they wanted a very rich woman in a business suit in a store buying as much Wonder Bread as possible. And then somebody replied to that and said, somebody actually commissioned the same picture from me. And by connecting all that, it directed me to this gentleman, the person who is commissioning all of these pictures for reasons I can't divine.
Oh, so he's just paying people to draw.
Yes.
Interesting.
He pays people. He commissions artists.
What's Annabelle?
I think that's the name of this character.
Okay, because I keep seeing at the beginning of every image.
Annabelle, smooth and juicy. Finally found a new commission artist who seems super thrilled about it too. So she's picking up some more Wonder Bread. She seems to be crushing some Wonder Bread in that fist there. There's
Lawrence,
interpretation.
do you think that possibly we could get one of our artists to commission a picture for Merlogic? So we connect them with like Kel or Kip, not to volunteer them, but we can get them to draw a picture for Merlogic.
Wait, hold
and we'll pay, and then we'll pay Kel or Kip.
Yeah.
Tumblr can literally eat shit and die right now. What? Okay, look, when word got out over the
this
existence of
dude
my
is-
DeviantArt account and everyone on Tumblr started staging a boycott towards my commission requests, I didn't think they were actually serious. Tumblr wants nothing to do with me anymore. Commission artists all over Tumblr either straight ignore me or tell them what I want. They tell me to fuck off and kill myself. But happening to this being so easy.
Why?
Without Tumblr, who the hell am I going to get commissions from now? Thanks, Kiwi Farms. You sacks of Chris Chan loving garbage. You got what you want. Now my channel's probably likely to see 1 or 2 new commissions a month.
Well, it is weird to have a DeviantArt account that you source the art from artists you commission. It's a little
suppose.
strange, a little unorthodox. And Bruce, I mean, even like you called it, now even they can't find artists.
Yeah, because why?
So we need to provide them with
I
an
guess
artist.
Why not?
Tumblr thought it was weird. Oh,
Why would Tumblr care if he's getting people to?
There's more to the story that we don't know about.
I think that's just Tumblr drama.
There's more to the story we don't know about.
the perfect spot for a white bread picnic. Now to get my slaves to bring me another truck full of white bread and processed meat.
I don't like that her hair and her body is the same color.
Why is she in a deforested?
Because I think she's like, a model of capitalism. That's what I'm getting at. More and more is that she's fat.
Okay.
She loves Wonder Bread.
She loves processed food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this one's real good. Look at that.
Wow.
Man, good work. New
Looks
money
like
versus
Barbie.
vainglory. All right, sure. Gloriously white and wealthy. All right. Tomato Sin's got a good comment there. I was just thinking, what would really spice up these pictures and add an extra dimension to this? What if they were shopping for the bread on during Black Friday?
Yeah.
Really hiding the overlying themes of consumerism.
There you
I think
go.
you're onto something.
Consumerism. Yeah.
Still though, it's like Barbie quality.
Yeah, I know. Interest concept.
Interest concepts.
So yeah, man, there she goes.
There's something here.
Oh, okay, more. She got money poking out of her pocket. She's talking about tearing down parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of symbolism, a lot of
Consumerism.
metaphor there.
Capitalism.
No, Merlogic says with a sudden Twitter fame I want to take advantage of. If anyone's interested, want to give me an AMA, let me know. I'll be reaching out, man. I actually was going to reach out and see if we could interview him, but to me that seemed to cross a wall.
I would agree.
know?
I would agree.
It's supposed to be one-way mirror here.
Well, I think we just get Merlogic to commission an artist that we can connect him with, and we'll pay them for that drawing.
What's going on here? That one looks aggressive. Dang. All-American Mart?
This is so cool.
Yeah, right?
And weird.
Have you ever felt so American you shit red, white, and blue? You ever feel so patriotic you make Donald Trump look like some hippie communist? Meet Gloria Sandwiches, the most patriotic women in all of existence. Woman, whatever. This woman is so American she fantasizes about Klan rallies and conservative Jesus.
Oh boy.
She drives a Hummer H2 and a strong American-made car from General Motors. She lives on an all-meat-based diet. And of course, her favorite food of all time is soft American Wonder Bread. If you're not American, you have to go on the other side of the wall because in Gloria's mind, it's not all right if it isn't liked.
Oh, he might be a racist.
Yeah, I'm not.
This took a hard turn.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I agree with Gloria's
The sign above her
politics.
head that said all white, I was going to give that the benefit of the
It's
doubt.
for the
until-
bread.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't.
She likes bread.
And there was something earlier about slaves, and I
Kinda
didn't
glossed
know
over
what
that.
sense that might be in. I think I'm going to vote for Flopatron.
Flopatron, I think, wins
Oh,
again.
come on,
good.
you guys.
Well, so this could go either way.
I tried so hard with this one.
That's a good one.
Merlogic could be commenting on society.
Sure, making a
and saying,
comment on
like-
that kind of behavior
Right,
and
and
thinking.
saying like, how dare America or whatever.
this
Which
is
is,
gluttony. This is
yeah. Like, or he could really be
He has a really unique fetish.
into this, like real bad.
Dang. That girl's stacked.
And
You're gonna
that-
get the Flopatron?
That could
that.
possibly be where Tumblr is not really
Connecting.
connecting with this.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Oh.
Flopatron's a safe bet.
Oh, she likes bread, hates vegetables. This is great.
And there,
You guys.
well, watermelons.
Yeah.
You guys are just
I
too
think it's
sensitive.
Flopatron.
Too
Hit the road-
sensitive to
hit the road
social
jack.
issues, you
Yeah.
guys.
It's too ahead of its time.
Hit the
That's what
road
it is.
jack.
He's
It's safe.
I think it's gonna be Flopatron.
God damn it.
Merlogic, you know what? Almost had us there.
All right, well, fine.
That's part of the problem. Almost.
Well, it doesn't matter. Flopatron's gone anyway. Retired in the Hall of Fame, undefeated. Hope you guys are happy.
Well, we are.
Yes.
You gonna play Flopatron out?
No. I'm retiring Flopatron. There we go.
Bye, Flopatron.
Too many weeks. It's weird, man. People getting a little feisty about it. There's always a new one. You want 2 new ones every week? Trying to bleed me dry here?
Better watch out for Merlogic. Keep an eye out.
He's gonna be pissed. You guys robbed him.
I'm curious to see what if Merlogic watches the podcast, number one, and number two, if he or she can comment on what they were doing. Because I'm curious.
Hey, I say leave the artist's intent to the artist. What did Woody Allen do? I don't know.
Lawrence, you got a point.
Midnight in Paris, good movie.
Although he's not the artist, he's just the commissioning, but okay, all right, whatever.
Stay away from our artists.
Hey,
Never mind, I will not be connecting you with them.
let me tell you, Bruce, money ain't racist. All right? It's like guns don't kill people.
Are
Bruce.
there any black people on Money?
Harriet
Well, Harriet
Tubman?
Tubman was just
Yeah.
added, yeah.
Sacagawea coin.
America still wins again.
Sacagawea,
Booyah!
Sacagawea.
Oh, there you go. There you have it.
Saved.
We're not racist.
Yay!
Proven once again.
Okay.
And on that positive note, I'm happy to announce that the podcast is done. We did it.
Made it all the way.
Comedy survived
It
again.
made
feels
it
like
out
a whole
alive.
week.
We're not done yet.
Only Tuesday. My God.
We're not done yet. The post show's coming up if you're watching live. If you're not, thank you for joining us for this podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Celebrity gossip every week. That's what you tune into this for. From now on, nothing but the hottest headlines. What's Katie Holmes doing? I don't know. Somebody get on that.
We never see Ariana Grande anymore.
I know. It's because I think her
cancer?
hair is fine and she's just rich now.
Yeah.
So she hasn't come out with a new album in a while. She will.
What's Ariana Grande dying? She might be dying. Tune in next week to find out.
She's fine.
Ariana Grande dead. She died.
She's fine.
She's dead next week.
Thanks for coming on, Lynn.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks again, Lynn.
Great time.
You're not done, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, we got a post show coming up if you're watching live or if you're a first member. If you're neither of those things, again, thank you for your time. Brief announcement, because our lives aren't easy enough. I decided, what if we just spend half the workday getting high and playing video games? So we're gonna do that this Friday. It's not a joke.
That's not a joke.
Yeah, it's 420, baby, and Nintendo Labo's coming out. So, here watched an idiot stoned out of his mind try to follow basic instructions and assemble a cardboard toy, because hopefully you're about to. we'll see how it goes. The best I could say. I got a wheel and a mystery bag. So,
Mystery bag?
yeah, mystery bag. It's got weed leaves on it.
I'm really worried about this.
It'll be fine. So yeah, that's this Friday, 420, approximately 2 p.m. Pacific. But you know how stoners are. It's hard to be punctual. Truth is, we might be setting up cameras and stuff, getting everything arranged. We work hard here. So please join us for that, an evening of cultured entertainment, display of mental and physical abilities. It's going to be, it's like a circus, but with humans. I don't know what that is.
Human circus.
A cirque.
420, everybody. 420.
And thanks again for watching or listening, however you did it. Thank you, Bruce, Lynn, Elise, for joining me. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. The thing that I guess when you step up a bit and think about, are these rumors feasible? First of all, I think this thing coming out in 2018 is thoroughly not feasible for a number of reasons. One is that it kind of implies a misunderstanding of what a dev kit is and how it works. Dev kits come in waves, and the initial dev kit is usually